Hello wonderful people, it's Wild here. Today I'll be showing you 20 decorations to use inside your medieval builds. I'll be showing you decorations which you can use in all the different rooms of a medieval build, including bedrooms, kitchens, libraries and throne rooms. Let's start with a throne. This would look great in any medieval castle or guild hall. We'll be needing some dark oak materials for the main base of the throne. And then we'll be needing a slime block and then some red accent pieces. Let's start on the back of the throne. Using these stripped dark oak logs adds a bit of texture and interest to the design. And the banner provides a seat cushion. I'm using a slime block here as it adds a bouncy effect to the throne seat. We'll disguise it with a trapdoor and then finish off with some dark oak slabs. This shelf with a lectern is a very versatile piece and can be used throughout a medieval build in a living room, bedroom or study. You can see I've got some spruce here as well as a lectern and bookshelves, and then I'm just grabbing out my accent materials. Let's start by building the base of the shelf. I'm placing in some barrels in the corners of the shelf like this, and my lectern here. Then I'll come in with some slabs and then frame the shelf with some trapdoors. I'll also use trapdoors to finish off the top of the shelf and adding some more shelving. Behind this I want to put in some bookshelves like this. And I'll even tuck them in behind the lectern and this desk section. Now we'll put in our decorations. I've got a fern, a lantern, a book in the lectern, some candles, and some turtle eggs. I also want to grab out my sign here, and I'm going to put this just in front of my lectern so only the red bit at the bottom is showing. This next furniture piece is great for small spaces as it takes up a relatively small footprint. We'll start by creating the desk, building 3 high with oak trapdoors. And I'll be using spruce trapdoors for the actual desk. I'll put a shelf above it like this, and let's put in a little oak seat. Add some decorative accents now. And there we have it. Next we have some pot plants. You can customize this design by changing out the trapdoors to ones that suit your build, as well as the leaves. Start with a small one with a pot, a dead bush, and then some azalea leaves on top. You might need a placeholder block to place this, and then I'll create a larger pot at the back. This small kitchen unit is a great way to define the space within a medieval house. I'm using trapdoors, barrels and slabs for the main construction, and then we've got a smoker, a crafting table and a cauldron, as well as some accent pieces to help with the design. Let's start by placing in our barrel, smoker, crafting table and cauldron. Putting a lever in for my cauldron and filling it up with water. And then I'm putting in 3 andesite walls for the chimney. Got another barrel up here and 2 more over this side, and then I'm going to use some spruce trapdoors to frame the furniture piece. I'll place 2 along the top, along with 2 spruce slabs, and then I'll use some more trapdoors to create some shelves, as well as separate this section here. Now I want to grab out my decor pieces. I'm going to place 4 sea pickles here and then a lantern over here. This next bookshelf is another versatile piece which can be used throughout your medieval build and is great for small spaces. Now you can switch out the emerald and gold ingot for any decor you'd like. I just like a little bit of shiny. So I'm going to start by breaking a 2x3 rectangle and placing in my bookshelves, and then I'll create the bookshelf around this using some trapdoors and stairs. Then go in with some slabs for the top of the shelf and a couple more trapdoors. Now let's add some decor. This simple bunk bed would be perfect for sharing your base with a friend. You'll need 2 red beds here, and you can customize this to suit your color scheme. I'm going to start by building up 3 high, 1, 2, 3 with some trapdoors, and I can place my barrels off of this. Then I'll place in my bed, some more trapdoors for the next bed, and then finish off the other side. I'll then put a slab here, some ladders, and then a small railing with some signs. This chair is super customizable by switching out the different wood types. I'll be using oak for this design. I'm using rails here in my item frames, but you can use whatever block you'd like. And then I'm adding a fence gate, and that gives this chair a really medieval look. Next, let's create some drawers. I've got some pink wool as a placeholder block here. We'll also need spruce trapdoors, some barrels, a spruce slab, some signs, some item frames, and some dark oak slabs. We'll start by creating the 3 drawers here by placing in our item frames, some dark oak slabs, and then our spruce signs. And for the top left drawer, I'd like to have it pulled out. So I'm going to place in a pink wool placeholder block. You can use whatever you'd like. And then I want to place my barrel so it's facing backwards. You can see this space here. Then we'll create our pulled out drawer. So you can see to place this sign here, I placed in my item frame first and then clicked on the border around that. Now I just want to surround my chest of drawers with some spruce trapdoors. If you're working with a larger space, this kitchen is perfect for you. There's quite a few materials, so let's go through them. You'll need 17 spruce trapdoors, 6 barrels, 10 stone bricks, 3 blast furnaces and a smoker, a cauldron, 4 campfires and a stone shovel, 2 chains, 3 andesite walls and 2 item frames. Then you'll need these decoration blocks here. Now you can choose your food sources depending on what you like to have in your kitchen, but I've just got a variety here. Let's start by placing in our barrels. We've got 3 across the bottom, 2 above this one here and this block here with a 3 block gap in between. Then we'll place in our smoker and our cauldron, and then our 3 blast furnaces in the walls. We've got one here, and one here. Then I want to use my stone bricks to fill in the wall behind the rest of this kitchen. Like this. Then I'll be using campfires to make some shelves. The great thing about this is it means you can place some food sources on top. And I'm using a stone shovel here as it allows me to put out the fires. Next I'll switch to my spruce trapdoors to create a frame. I'm building up 4 high, going all the way across the top, and then 4 high up the other side. I'll also use some chains and hang these 1 block in front of my kitchen and 2 blocks apart, 2 down, to create a little hanging shelf. And on top of this, I'll place 1 more barrel. Now I'll need to grab out our decoration materials. Let's start by finishing off this shelf, adding in a tripwire hook and a lantern. Then I want to add a little cutting board down here, and I'll place in my item frames. I'll add a chimney to the smoker, put some water in my cauldron as well as a lever, and then I'm going to go in and grab out my food sources. And I'm just going to distribute these across the shelves. I then want to hang a flint and steel up here and a sword down in this section. I want to rotate it so it's facing downwards. This bookshelf is another great large space decoration piece. We'll need 20 bookshelves, 1 spruce stair, 5 spruce slabs, 21 trapdoors, some ladders, and then some decoration items. We'll start by breaking a 4x5 hole in the wall, which will then be filled in with the bookshelves. Then I'll come 3 across here with my slabs, and then I want to place in a stair so it's facing upside down and so it's got its flat side like this. Now I'm going to use some trapdoors to create a frame around the bookcase. So I'm building 5 high on either side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1 in. And I'm using 2 slabs in the middle like this. Then I want to create a shelf here. And I'm using this wavy design as it allows me to put things both on top and have some shelves below it. I'll then place in 3 more trapdoors going down like this, which is where I'm going to place my ladder. Now we can start putting in the decorations. Got a lantern, some turtle eggs, some candles down here, some sea pickles up the top, and a pot plant. And don't forget to light your candles. This desk would look great along some bookcases in a study. We'll need a stripped dark oak log, some dark oak fence gates and trapdoors, and a dark oak stair, some brown carpet, a spruce slab, a dark oak sign, and an item frame. For the base of the desk, we'll create a base like this, with some trapdoors on either end. And then I'm using brown carpet for the top of the desk. Then I want to create a little seat like this, and then some drawers. A fireplace like this one is a cozy addition to any medieval space. We'll need some stone bricks and chisel stone bricks, some stone brick walls, stone brick stairs, and then we've got spruce trapdoors for the mantle. We'll then need some accent pieces with the stone buttons and then some decorations. We'll start by breaking a 2x3 hole in the wall, which I'll fill in with the stone brick. Then we'll create the fireplace itself using some stairs. And I'll curve them around like this, face them forward at the top, and then build up to my build height with the walls. Then I'll build a mantle in front. And you want to ensure all of your trapdoors are facing the same direction here. And then I'll place in my decorations. And of course you'll need some netherrack for the fire itself. Finishing off with 2 buttons. This bunkwood desk is perfect for small spaces and it has built-in storage. We'll need some barrels, spruce slabs and trapdoors, some bookshelves, some spruce signs, a lectern, a bed, some ladders, and some decoration pieces. Start by placing in our barrels 2 high here with a slab on top. Then we'll create our desk with our lectern. I'm going to build across the front of the desk with my signs just to give it a finished look. Then I'll go in with my bookcases and place in my bed. I want this to be a block above here. I'll finish off this side with some spruce trapdoors and place some more signs across the front here. Gonna have my ladders coming up this other side, and I just need to finish it off with some decorations now. I've gone with some candles and a book. This dining table is a great centerpiece for your medieval house or dining hall. We're using spruce for the table here, as well as the spruce trapdoors, and then for the stairs we'll be using dark oak slabs, some gates, and some trapdoors, as well as 4 signs. I've then got my items to decorate my table, including item frames, sea pickles, some pot plants, some candles, and then some food stuff. Let's start by creating the table. I'm going to find the center of where I want my table, so that's here, and I'll build either side with my spruce stairs and place a slab in the center. Then I'm going to surround this with my trapdoors. Next I'll place in my location for seating. There's 6 seats at this table. And for the 4 seats on the sides, I'm just going to finish these off with some trapdoors. For the seats on the 2 ends of the table, I'm going to make them a little bit grander. So I'll build out with my trapdoors to start with. Then I'll put in some signs. And then add in some dark oak fence gates. Like that. Now we can start adding in our details. So I'm going to grab out all of my foodstuffs and my materials for candles and for the place settings. These item frames make some great plates. And we've got sea pickle cups. And there we have it. This barrel will look great inside a dining hall or a kitchen, and I'm going to be using a pink wool placeholder block here. I've got some spruce stairs, trapdoors and fences, a tripwire hook, 7 barrels, a cauldron, some water, and then I've got a banner which I've just put some random designs on, and you'll see why we'll need that in a little bit. I'm going to start by placing in my spruce fences for the base. And then I'm going to be using some barrels, as well as a pink wool block to create the front here. So I'm going to create a little plus like this with the barrels. And I want to make sure you just see the bag. Like that. I'll then place in a barrel on this side and on this side. And I can break my placeholder blocks. Then I'll go in with some spruce stairs to create the round shape. As well as some trapdoors. I'm using a tripwire hook for the tap, and I'll place my cauldron and water at the front. Now I'll use my dyed banner to remove some of the water from the barrel. I think that level looks great. And you can see this barrel also has a built-in storage at the front and in the sides, so it's a useful furniture piece too. A great complement for this larger barrel is to have a smaller barrel beside it, and for this you'll just need one scaffolding, one barrel, and then one tripwire hook. This piano or harpsichord is a really unique feature for your medieval build. You'll need 6 dark oak planks, 5 dark oak fences, 3 dark oak slabs, a dark oak stair, 11 dark oak trapdoors, 2 looms, and 3 dark oak signs. You'll also need 2 armor stands, 2 of whatever your floor block is, a piston, and a redstone block. Let's start by creating the body of the piano. I've got the legs going in first, and then I'll create the shape of the piano, and the looms will be the keys. I'm going to finish off the sides with some dark oak trapdoors, and then I'll create the lid for my piano. More trapdoors will come in handy here as well. One more fence for the stand of the lid, and now we want to create our seat. And for this, we're going to be removing some blocks in the floor like this and placing in our armor stands. Then we want to push our floor blocks back into the ground. And for this, we're going to need our redstone and our pistons. Now you can place in some placeholder blocks. That'll make it a little easier. And put in your pistons. You can do this one at a time, or if you have ample pistons, it's easiest to do both at the same time. Then I'll just move these blocks down into the ground. Once again, I'm going to use these pistons to push some trapdoors into place. We've got our little seat here like this, and now we can finish off the piano by placing 3 signs across the front like this. Creating a canopy bed like this creates a grand feature for a medieval bedroom. So we've got some spruce here for the main structure of the bed. I'm using blue beds here, but you can customize it. You'll need 2 smooth quartz slabs, some shroom lights or any other lighting block, some banners, and a lantern. Let's start by creating the base of the canopy bed. I'm placing in 4 barrels in the corners, and then connecting up the sides. I'll place in my smooth quartz stairs here. Then create a point for the head of the bed. I'll create the canopy next with some fences, as well as some trapdoors. And then I'll go in with some more stairs. Now I want to break underneath of these stairs here, and I'll go down 1 lower again and place in my shroom lights. Then I can switch to my banner blocks and place in some cushions. And you can fill in the floor again. Next I'll place in my 2 beds and some signs to finish off the end. I'll go in with some blue banners around the edges. And finally, I'll grab out my lantern. This dark oak bed is another great option for a grand master bedroom. You'll need 2 stripped dark oak logs, some dark oak trapdoors, planks, slabs and stairs, 4 bookshelves, 2 red beds or any colour bed of your choice, 2 barrels, and then some decoration blocks. Let's start by creating the back of the bed with my dark oak planks and my stripped dark oak logs. I'll then put in my barrels on either side like this and use my dark oak trapdoors to create a little frame, building up 2 high on either side. We'll also cover up the front of these barrels so it all fits the colour scheme. I use my slabs and stairs to create the top of the bed head, and then I want to place my bookshelves in behind this. Finally, I'll put in the bed and the foot of the bed and grab out my decoration blocks. I think I'll have a candle over here, a pot plant over here, and then a lantern on the top. I hope you enjoyed this video and found some ideas to use throughout your medieval builds. If you did, please consider subscribing and check out my Patreon if you'd like to support me further. I'd really appreciate it. I'll see you in another video.